Hello. We are getting off to a late start today. Just simply because I had phone calls to make. Other issues too. So clacking sound is my belt. I'm putting it in my backpack so that I can go through the checkpoint a lot faster at the airport. The reason why I was getting a late start is because I have a battery jump box from my last job, which was towing, and it was a lot easier to use a jump box instead of using jump wires. And there was a part on the box that was broken. Well, not really broken. You know what? I didn't fully disassemble it, so I don't know if it was actually broken or not. But essentially what happened was there's a couple buttons on it. One button is to turn on the USB port so that you can charge stuff using your USB. And then there's another port or another button that leads to a work light. Well, that work light button was pressed a little too hard, I guess, and it got stuck inside. And what that effectively did was leave the connection to the light connected, because it was constantly pressing down on the constantly on the button, or it was constantly in contact, but the light was not turned on. So it was like it was not fully pressed, but it was pressed, which was draining the battery. And to remedy that was to either take the button out or fix the button. And I was able to fix it. However, I still don't know if it's completely fixed, because a button like that usually overlaps if you ever pull a button off of, say, something that a dial, like on your if you have an older model oven or a stove range, and it has the turn dials. If you ever pulled one of those off, you'll notice that the dial is somewhat what it does is there's a pin that sticks out that's in a certain shape, and then the button slides on over that. That's how this button works, I assume, because I looked under the button and there was a void where you would think this pin would go into. but when I fixed it, it still slid around all over the place. So either that pin is broken, or there never was a pin, and that might have been the reason why the button broke in the first place or got stuck. Heavy traffic today. Able to get paid today, so our rent check has been processed. The next thing to pay is our SUV. Now we only have $400 left over. It's going to be a little bit less than that because I'm going to buy lunch today. My wife seems to think she's going to get paid 4 days worth of work on her new work, her second job. But I think she might end up getting paid only 2 days, in which we won't have enough to pay on our SUV. But if she does get paid more than 4 days, or 4 or more days, then we will be able to pay not only our bill for the SUV, but we will be able to pay the payment for a few people that we borrowed money from. Hopefully we'll be able to be all caught up by the end of January, because that's when my wife gets actually 3 checks. She'll be getting 3 checks that month. Hopefully my wife gets a bonus soon. We don't know when that's going to be, though. It's supposed to be like every 6 months or something. I don't know. Once a year or something. really hope it does not rain today. It's overcast. They said it's going to be a 40% chance of rain, but that's up north. And it looks like the wind is blowing down here. Ooh. That's something I need to do, is bring a towel or something and put it into my hat and drape it over, so it'd be like a safari hat, or no, not a safari hat. What do they call it? A Legionnaire hat. That way I don't get sunburn on my neck. Still possible, but Arizona Department of Corrections bus is pulling up right behind us. Need to take that guy. Fool in front of us on his phone. He wasn't on his phone, now he is. Now, here's something, okay? It's illegal to talk on your phone and drive. It's illegal to text on your phone and drive. All that stuff. Now, here's the thing. If you're in a business, I think it should be okay, provided you have a Bluetooth or something to supplement, so you don't have your hand on the phone next to your head. But yes, you should still be able to use your phone while working, because it's almost a necessity. Yes, you can pull over and all that stuff, but in a job like towing for AAA or towing for independently towing, getting the calls that AAA doesn't take, stuff like that, you really need to be on your phone. And if I would have seen that guy, I would have stopped. I didn't see him until I was on the line. Ugly ass blue and white car. Pick a color, or at least take the rear wing and paint it the body color and whatever that blue splotch is. Fix that shit. Like everybody's trying to park over here today. Well, looks like that's going to be my parking spot today. A little further away than usual. I prefer the backing in method, being parked where the Silverado is, because recently, after I started working here, I noticed a shitload of scratch marks on the hood of my car that I believe only could have been made by some asshole putting their luggage on my hood. Because that day that I noticed that, there was an SUV parked in front of me. So my only thought is that somebody put their fucking luggage on my fucking hood of my car. Oh well. That's it for now.